Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad Lone Wolf, and today I'm going to be looking at a type of stove. This time it's not going to be a petrol powered or a metal powered stove or anything like that. It's actually a foldable wood stove, and it's the Tomersun wood burning stove. Now, as you can see, it is a flat pack stove, so I will go ahead and actually put it together on camera for you as live. As it's a wood burning stove, obviously I'm not going to set anything on fire in my living room. We'll go out later on and we'll light a fire in it and see how well it does. Well, obviously once it's lit up. Now, I got this off of Amazon. I think it was £10 when I bought it. It might have been a little bit more expensive, but I think it was £10. It is flat pack. It is made out of stainless steel, but as it's packed like this, flat packed, it is fairly weighty. I don't know, I haven't weighed it, so I couldn't tell you what the weight is, but it is fairly weighty. On the plus side though, if you look at how thin and how small it packs up, it's, for what it weighs, its pack size is next to nothing. There is, however, immediately a downside to these types of stoves, and you probably already know what it is. Because it's a wood burning stove, if you haven't got any wood to burn, this stove is more or less useless. So it's good in one sense. In a practical sense, you do need to be in woodland for it to work properly, basically. And most people would say, and there is an argument for it, most people would say, why would you need a stove like this when you can build a fire and cook over a fire? Which does have its merits. I'm not going to lie about that one. There are advantages to having a wood burning stove over just a fire. Anyway, I'll switch the view now, and I'll put this together. I'll show you how it goes together, and discuss more of the pros, more of the cons, and then hopefully later on, when it gets a little bit darker, I'll be able to actually put a fire in here, and we'll see how it works, how it operates when a fire is actually going in it. Okay, so I'll swap the view now. Okay, so as I say, this is a Tomersun branded stove. I've not heard the brand myself, but I'll get it out and we'll have a look at it. So there's the instructions to put it all together. It's fairly self-explanatory, so it shouldn't take a lot of effort to work out how to put it together. As I say, I'll put it together for you now. This is a top-down view. I will show you a different view later on, but I'll show you, as I say, I'll show you how it goes together. It is fairly simple, and well, yeah, as I say, as I put it together, I'll go through the pros and the cons of something like this. So as I say, this is stainless steel. So in terms of actually staining and things like that, don't have to worry about. Don't have to worry about it warping or buckling, or not warping. Obviously, it's going to heat up, so it will warp, it will buckle. Has got this protective plastic coating on it. Why, I don't know, because as I say, it is, or it should be, a stainless steel. That's on every section. Now, I'll peel off as much as I can of the plastic, but it might have to be a case of burn it off if I can't peel it off. But you You get 3 sides that are shaped like that. That's the second one. You know what, I'll if this doesn't come off easily, I'll peel this off camera. Probably be a lot easier, to be honest. Yeah, I'll peel these off camera. As you can see, you've got 3 sections that are the same, that form the 2 sides. The 2 sides, the back, and the 2 sides and the back. That's your front section right there. So you've got your nice big feed hole in there. No, I'll do that off camera, definitely. So you can probably see how they already fit together with the tabs. And just slot in like that. Now, when you get to this stage with 3 of the sections together, don't put the front on, because you will need to put the base in. Base is this here. There are 2 tabs. 2 tabs go on the side like so. Push it together, and then the 4th side slots in. It's best to hold the 2 sides here. So it doesn't fall apart as you put it together. So almost done. There's a couple more pieces to go together now, and that is the 2 pot supports. Now the pot supports actually go across on the diagonal. Slot in just like that. There's actually a cutout in the middle there to make them sit nice and square. So you can see how that goes together. As I say, I will change the view in a second, but you can see how that goes together. It forms quite a nice little stove, with the ability obviously to support your pots in the middle. So as I've already stated, this is stainless steel, so it should be easy-ish to keep clean. It is flat pack, but it is heavy, and it is limited to the type of fuel you can use. Now, I should imagine if you really wanted to, you could probably put a standard transient burner in the center there, if you really needed to, and use it on meths. But it's not something that I would recommend, as personally looking at it, I think it's too tall for any heat to transfer properly. But we'll see when I come to fire it up later on. At the moment, would I recommend a stove like this? Not really, unless you're going into somewhere with a lot of woodland where fuel is readily available. If you're going into a woodland, or you're trying to do some stealth camping in woodland, something like this would be useful. Reason being is you would have your fire, not only your fire contained, but off the ground as well. And because it's off the ground, you won't leave, or hopefully you wouldn't leave, any fire scars, showing that you've been there, where in theory you shouldn't be, and I'm not going to condone people trespassing. If you're not supposed to be there, don't go there. However, human nature being what it is, this will help you stealth camp, like I say, by keeping your fire off the ground and limiting any potential fire scars that you've got. With that being said, hopefully the next shots you'll see will be this in my garden as I light it up for the first time. So until that happens, I will see you. Well, it'll be a few seconds for you, it'll be a couple of hours for me. I'll see you then. Okay guys, so there you go. I've got the we're outside. I've got the stove actually burning now. It's actually got some wood inside it. Well, I'll say wood, it's got a fire log inside it, and it's burning away quite happily. I haven't done anything special to get a fire going in it. It's just usual Vaseline, cotton wool, and then I put part of a fire log on it just to get the fire going. The one thing I have noticed is quite a small door to get your fuel through, although you can obviously drop more fuel down on through the top if you need to, which it's a good thing and a bad thing with the door of that size. It's a good thing in that it forces you to put smaller amount of fuel on, or smaller pieces of wood on, and therefore obviously it's going to mean that whatever you put in there is going to catch fire quicker. But it's a bad thing in that you're going to end up wasting time, could potentially end up wasting time actually cutting the wood down before you put it in there. Obviously, as usual, it swings and roundabouts with these things. The other thing as well, of course, is there's no door, no actual shutting door on the gate there in the fire opening, which can lead to a lot more heat loss. Obviously you want the heat going up, not out, and that can obviously that means you're going to lose a little bit of heat as the heat comes out of the door. That being said, as I say, I am going to leave it to burn so you can get an idea of what it's like. Push that back there a bit. Obviously I've got it perched on my fire pit there, just because it's probably the best place for it in my garden. So lots of oxygen getting in, so it's burning nice and steadily. So I might end up having to put some more Vaseline and cotton wool on there. Like I say, I've not done anything special to get it burning, because this is only a demonstration to show you guys what it's like. So, but I hope that gives you an idea. I hope that gives you some information on the wood burning stove that I bought. And yeah, I'll let it continue to burn for now, and obviously I'll speed up the footage as it goes along. So yeah.